So here we are west of Phoenix in the desert at the Central Arizona Project Canal. This canal brings 500 billion gallons of water every year from the Colorado River all the way to the Phoenix Basin. 80% of the population of Arizona basically gets their water from this canal. Now, the Colorado River used to flow all the way to the ocean through Mexico. But now the Colorado River doesn't even make it to the ocean because so much water is pulled out by the various states that use it, Arizona being a large user. This canal travels 336 miles, and it's got to be pumped up over mountain ranges in order for it to move by gravity. It was started in 1973, the year I was born, and it was completed in 1993. So this is about 30 years of this canal being here. And basically, this is the lifeblood of the majority of the population of Arizona. Of that 500 billion gallons of water, about 5 million gallons evaporates each year. There's a lake just a little ways down from here called Lake Pleasant. A lot of this water is actually pumped in to fill Lake Pleasant, and about 16 million gallons evaporates from the surface area of Lake Pleasant each year. And then over 100 billion gallons each year are actually pumped back into the ground in order to store it in the aquifer to be pumped out for reserves. So it's this crazy huge piece of infrastructure. As far as water marvels, Arizona would not be the place that it was today. The green lawns and golf courses and development and the green agriculture where they're growing alfalfa and cotton, and you see the expansive freeways and urban sprawl of Phoenix with its green lawns and green grasses and swimming pools, and all of this is made possible because of this basically the redirection of this massive amount of the Colorado River's water into the urban megalopolis here of the Phoenix Valley, and also the city of Tucson is at the end of this 336-mile canal. So that's mind-blowing just by itself. But the ironic part of this whole thing is that this canal is placed in a way in this landscape so it actually functions as a water harvesting structure. You see, we've got water coming down these hills, right? Runoff when you get big monsoon rains and flash floods coming down. And this canal is built up on a berm, right? This canal is built up so the runoff doesn't come and wash things into this water. So it's built up, but it serves as this giant berm that intercepts this flowing water and creates these big forests of native vegetation, right? It's like a giant swale inadvertently placed in the landscape that acts as this massive water harvesting structure. So in permaculture, we talk a lot about how, the perfect feature for the desert landscape, right, is to put these swales perpendicular to the water flow. So when the rains come, the rain pools up against these berms and soaks in order to grow trees. So here, inadvertently, this whole canal system is serving as a giant berm in the landscape where all the water is rushing down these mountainsides here into these washes and drainages and, flowing down during rains. And then it's all pooling up on the upside of this canal here and creating this native forest. Bill Mollison came to the Sonoran Desert back in the early 80s to show these big swales that were dug by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and showed how if you just put these big swales in the landscape and leave them, then a forest will grow. And here we are, between 30 and 50 years after the construction of this canal, and we have this whole long network of these forests created by this inadvertent swale placed in the desert landscape. So here I am underneath the canopy of this mesquite tree right here. And this is down here in the basin on the uphill side of the Central Arizona Project Canal. And it's late November right now, so the leaves are not on the trees here, but in the summertime, this is going to be a dark, shady place with lots of stored moisture in the soil and fertility from all of the leaves dropping from these trees. So this is an excellent oasis-type microclimate that's been created by all of this water pulling up here. In the desert, places like this, where you have diversity of species, you've got tree canopy, these are really important areas for the ecology to take respite from the open desert. So you can see what this looks like in comparison here to the open exposed desert. It's a completely different and sheltered ecosystem. So in a way, it's this massive piece of infrastructure that's evaporating all this water. It's very much not working on biological systems, right? This is a human, concrete, designed piece of infrastructure that is losing water. It's not increasing biological systems, biological diversity along the way, but inadvertently, accidentally, it is creating this proof of the biological solutions to the water problems of the deserts, harvesting the periodic runoff that comes in heavy rains. So it's just really mind-blowing to think about, and to think about all the diversity, habitat, the groundwater that's actually being built by the water soaking in on the uphill slope of the Central Arizona Project.